Some technical difficulties here on senior night. Anna Foley being recognized here. Her parents out there.
Next is number 7, Katie Kwong. And you want to recognize she's walking with her mother, Lan Ying. She's also a member of MHS, Spanish Club, Student Council, Top 5, High Ability Committee, her post-high school plans to study chemical engineering or in nursing. Again, give a hand to Katie Kwong. Number 11, Emily Jones. The daughter of Jeff and Trish Jones. High school accomplishments were 4 years varsity volleyball and red blue crew. And she is undecided with her post-high school plans, but she is looking at nursing. And that is Emily Jones. And last but not least, number 6, Katie Tomlinson. She's the daughter of Deidre and Tim Tomlinson. She's a member of the National Honor Society, Leo Club, French Club, Top 15, and her post-high school plans are college for nursing. Katie Tomlinson. Let's give all 4 of our seniors another nice round of applause.
Get a shot there of Anna Foley. We were a little bit late getting back. Didn't want to make Judge Foley upset, and he wouldn't be upset. But we were late getting this started with the stream. Had some technical difficulties. It's always awesome when you start to test the stream, and it's great. And then when you go to do it actually live, it doesn't work. But we're here. We got the Senior Net festivities going on. John Martin, the PA announcer, his daughter will play a big role here for Coach Kayla Back in this matchup between Martinsville and Plainfield as the seniors leave the floor here. It will be Martinsville and the Plainfield Lady Quakers in a big mid-state conference matchup. The 7-0 Quakers, 5-1 Artesians. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back with more here on the pregame. Martinsville and Plainfield. You're watching WRAP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, and IHSA TV.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
Homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
You can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
Well, we are back here to the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. It is almost complete with the renovation, with the new bleachers being put in, and it looks fantastic what they have done so far. Martinsville comes in 5-1 for the season for head coach Kayla Back. The Quakers 7-0 on the campaign. The Artesians have gotten off to a great start. Like we said, they get a win over Indian Creek, a loss to a very good, traditionally tough Center Grove ball club, and then they get wins over Rossville, Zionsville, Pioneer, and Ileana Christian this past weekend at the Franklin Central tournament. So Martinsville 5-1. On the flip side, the Plainfield Lady Quakers 7-0 in Mid-State Conference play for first-year head coach Lori Pax. The Plainfield Quakers with wins over Greencastle, Cascade, Danville, Greenwood, North Central, Ben Davis, and then Perry Meridian. Perry Meridian actually took a game from the Quakers, and that was the first time the Quakers had lost a game all season. So a very tough ball club coming up for the Plainfield Quakers and the Martinsville Artesians. An early Mid-State Conference matchup between the two squads here on senior night. In an early senior week, we will have senior night festivities for 4 Artesian sports on our live streams here in the next 4 days. Volleyball, girls soccer tomorrow, boys soccer again against these very same Plainfield Quakers on Thursday, and then football on Friday night at home against the Artesians' rivals, the Bloomington South Panthers. We'll take another quick break here and come back with the starting lineups. You're watching Martinsville Artesian Volleyball on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Still warming up here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Martinsville and Plainfield getting set to do battle in this Mid-State Conference matchup in the JV tilt. It was Plainfield with the win over the Artesians. So we'll get set to do the starting lineups here momentarily. Still here, have not done volleyball for quite some time, and so I was thinking as the clock ticked down that it was time to start. I forgot that that was for the other team to have their warm-ups now. So as we continue the warm-ups here, we're going to try to cover some of this time as the two teams get set to do battle in Mid-State Conference play here on WRAP 15 Sports. That's the School Corporation's low-power television station, and then MHS Rewind YouTube channel. MHS Rewind, the name of our RTV program at Martinsville High School, the broadcasting program that you can be a part of here at MHS, and then also on IHSAA TV, and we're very proud to say that our alum, Heath Shanahan, is in charge of broadcast operations, the executive director of broadcast operations at IHSAA, and also runs the IHSAA Champions Network, which we are a part of. You see the two teams warming up. Like we said, Plainfield 7-0. The Artesians 5-1 on the campaign in mid-state conference play. And I had an opportunity to email with both coaches this week and try to get some inside information on the teams. Talked with head coach Kayla Back for the Artesians, and she gave me a little bit of information. The starting lineup, more than likely here tonight for the Artesians, will probably go something like this. The numbers on the screen. So you're going to get Grace Reynolds as the Artesians setter. Mackenzie Martin, we said her father is doing the PA here, and she'll play a big role at that outside hitter position. Anna Foley, a senior, middle hitter, will get a start here tonight. Macy Dorsett, outside hitter, right side as well, sometimes also in the lineup. Another senior, Katie Tomlinson, in there as a defensive specialist. Ella Whitney also in the starting lineup officially as a middle hitter as well, but Molly Urban will replace her as the libero for the Martinsville Artesians. And we'll see quite a bit of action for Martinsville here this evening. For the Plainfield Quakers, their starters, really when I talked with Coach Pax, gave me several players that will get a lot of playing time here this evening. Jaden Ross, be an outside hitter, team captain as a senior. Jordan Pax will be the libero. Also a team captain, also a senior. Piper Hessen will be a setter. And Coach Pax says she is new to the setter position, and sometimes that is a difficult transition, but she'll be coming from a defensive specialist and hitter's spot as a junior now to take over at the setter position. Eden Amos will be in the middle and is dangerous on the blocks for the Quakers. Emily Lynch on the right side was a middle last year. Gracie Brackney, a defensive specialist as well. And then Coach Pax really high on Ava Utterback, a freshman. She calls freshman phenom. And number 2 on the team with kills, and number 3 in digs for the Plainfield Quakers. We had a starting lineup for the Artesians and several more people that will be getting action for Martinsville. You have Emery Carter, who's a middle hitter as well. And then Katie Wong, also, as you saw, a senior, a defensive specialist. Kelsey Fitzpatrick, a defensive specialist as well. And sometimes Molly Urban will play that defensive specialist spot, though tonight will be in the libero spot for head coach Kayla Back here for the Martinsville Artesians. Well, the two teams continue to warm up. We started early to get you the senior night festivities. Got on a little bit late. Had some technical difficulties. Love technology here. But I think we've got it taken care of, and I think we are streaming and good to go. 7-0, the Plainfield Quakers, the 5-1 Martinsville Artesians. So we will take a break. Continue with more on the pregame. You're watching Martinsville Lady Artesian Volleyball here on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
but it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
You can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
Welcome back, everyone, to the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. In the middle of a renovation. They're almost done. The bleachers look fantastic. They were working hard at it this afternoon, sweating away upstairs trying to get the bleachers done. So they've got the upstairs closed. We're up here on the flip side of where we would normally be, because we'd normally be shooting back into the benches, but can't do that because of the construction that's going on. So it's kind of why we had a different perspective during the senior night festivities when Martinsville honored their 4 seniors prior to the contest: Anna Foley, Katie Tompleson, Katie Wong, and Emily Jones for the Martinsville Artesians. We didn't mention Emily Jones earlier on. I skipped right over top of her, and Emily also an outside hitter for Coach Kayla Back this year as well. The Artesians return back to the court, the two teams continuing to warm up. Like we said, it's been quite a while since we covered volleyball here on WREP 15 Sports. I know when we first started covering Artesian athletics, and I returned back to Martinsville. It was 1996, and it was just a fantastic year as we were privileged to cover some very, very fantastic teams at Martinsville. Football team that made it to semi-state. Girls basketball team that won state. A baseball team that lost just 2 games and made it to semi-state. And a volleyball team that won their first state title back in 1996, led by Heather Wright, now Heather Devon, and Christy Burns, now Christy Prosser. And they won that for Christy's mom, Carol Burns. And we started covering volleyball back then, and I remember Carol coming into my office at the Reporter, because the Reporter owned the television station, and teaching me about volleyball and what people are called and what things that they will do and all this kind of stuff. And it was a fantastic education, and some of that stuff sticks with me still. When I told Coach Back that today, she also was quick to remind me, though, that the game has changed a little bit in that time, because it has been several years since we've been, 24 to be exact. But it was a good start for our coverage when, like we said, the television station was owned by the Reporter, and we started covering Martinsville Artesian Athletics to win a state championship and getting that privilege to follow the volleyball team and head coach Carol Burns all the way to a state title. And now the opportunity coming full circle 24 years later to come back here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium and cover some Martinsville Artesian volleyball as well. Some connections, some stories still. Molly Urban will be playing the libero spot, and that's a new spot that was not there when we were covering volleyball. It was rally scoring. Now, back then, it was side out, so they played to 15. You could only score when you were serving, but now that has changed. So several things that have changed, but Molly Urban will be playing the libero spot here on this floor. Her mother, Natalie Roden, now Urban, also part of that 1996 team that won. So kind of cool to bring that back full circle and that little storyline that goes on with Molly in her sophomore season will be counted on to be a big contributor for the Artesians as well. But also for Martinsville and head coach Kayla Back, they'll be looking for Mackenzie Martin really to kind of lead the way on the attack. And that's also keyed a little bit by Grace Reynolds as well from her setter spot, very important. So having that hitter in that setter spot there to kind of help lead your team. So we'll see what happens here this evening as Martinsville and Plainfield get set to do battle in this Mid-State Conference matchup. It is senior week, and so has been senior night for Artesian athletics all week. Last night it was golf out at the golf course where they honored the seniors out there, and I would mention them, but I don't think I'll remember all of them. I believe it was Millie Foley, one of them, Shelby Huff, the other, and Macy Staley, I believe, for the head coach Dave Knuckles. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody out. Tomorrow night, girls soccer, it'll be senior night, and we'll have that live stream for you starting at about 7 o'clock. The senior night will happen before the match. We will play it back during halftime of that match. Thursday night, it will be senior night for boys soccer. We'll do the same and play it back at halftime as well. Both boys and girls playing Plainfield just like the volleyball team is here this evening. And then on Friday night, senior night as well, and it will be Martinsville football battling the Bloomington South Panthers in that traditional rivalry contest. The Artesians and the Panthers doing battle. Senior night festivities happening prior to that, where Martinsville will be honoring a ton of the senior athletes. And prior to that contest, I'm not sure all the seniors, but I believe it will be football, cheer, cross country, and band as well. And I believe there was a senior night in tennis last night or tonight also. So lots of senior nights going on early in the season. Senior week, what athletic director Kip Stagg's calling it, because they're trying to make sure they get those special times in for these kids in case something should happen with the coronavirus and COVID-19 that would prevent those from happening later in the year. So have them early and make sure you get them in, and everything should be great. So it was dubbed Senior Week, and we are covering it here live stream on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. As long as we can get everything to stream correctly, we should be good and set to go, as we should be ready to announce starting lineups here momentarily and get things going in this Mid-State Conference matchup between Martinsville and Plainfield. But again, tomorrow night, tune in about 7 o'clock. It'll be girls soccer. On Thursday night, boys soccer. Friday night, football. About 6:30, we'll start with senior night activities and the announcement, and then we'll let our play-by-play man, Eric Burns, a former student, carry the broadcast until kickoff happens after the senior night festivities. Tomorrow night, like we said, about 7 o'clock, and you'll be able to see the senior night festivities at halftime. The boys, because they don't have JV, will start about 6, and again, their senior night festivities at halftime as well. So I think we're ready to go now. So we will listen to PA announcer John Martin introduce some of the players for both ball clubs.
The Lady Quakers and your Martinsville Lady Artesians. Now we're going to announce our starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Plainfield Lady Quakers. So, number 1, Jordan Pax is going to be the arrow. Number 3, Ava Auerbach is your outside hitter. Ella Scott, number 4, is going to be in the middle. Emily Lynch, number 6, will be the right side. Eden Amos, number 7, is going to be another middle. Number 10, Piper Hessen is your center. And number 11, Jamie Ross is the other outside hitter. And now for your Martinsville Lady Artesians volleyball team. Number 1, libero, Molly Urban. Number 5, Hannah Foley. Number 6, Katie Tomlinson. Number 8, Macy Dorset. Number 10, Mackenzie Martin. And number 17, Ella Whitney. I'd ask that everybody would rise, take off your hats, face our flag for the national anthem.
So we are here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium as Martinsville and Plainfield will get set to do battle here. And like I said, I have not covered volleyball in quite some time, so bear with us as we try to make sure we get the score set, get some of the players right, and maybe some of the terminology correct as well here in this opener. Martinsville and Plainfield are getting set to do battle. So the teams, some creative ways to get things going. It'll be the visiting Plainfield Quakers on service to begin. The attack by the Artesians, now the Quakers on a back set. Will get the kill for Plainfield. It's Emily Lynch on the attack on the outside, and the Quakers out in front, 1-0. The jump serve unable to be returned, 2-0. Plainfield out in front. Big swing by Mackenzie Martin, but the dig by the Quakers Pax. And again, it's Martin who will get it home. So we knew Mackenzie would be counted on to be able to get some attacks for the Artesians and gets Martinsville the side out and the point. They trail it 2-1. Grace Reynolds into the net, and the Quakers 3-1. So the difference immediately from when we were calling games back in 1996, or the matches back in 1996, is a different inside out and rally scoring, and probably most of these girls never even have played in the side out era. Again, Mackenzie Martin hammers it home, and a couple of quick kills for the junior. And 3-2 the score. And Martin back to serve. Looks to the bench to get the placement from the coach. Nice set by the Quakers, and they'll get it home. And one of the things immediately you will notice is the tempo of volleyball matches and how the scoring has changed immensely in terms of the rally scoring. Every serve results in a point, so more energy. Little jump float serve. Set on the outside. The attack off the block. Martinsville keeps it alive. Grace Reynolds all the way across court. Jones can't get the swing down. Two teams rallying back and forth. A little bump set on the outside, and Macy Dorsett couldn't quite get the hit. The lefty from the right side, but it'll be point Quakers. 5-3 the score here. Opening game of the match between Martinsville and Plainfield in Mid-State Conference matchup. Reynolds, quick set into the middle, and Ella Whitney gets it home. Ella, very good softball player as well. Nice pass from the back row. The back set on the outside. Martinsville trying to keep it alive. Just can't quite get it done, and the Quakers return back. Ella's father, Jim, a new teacher at the high school. Welcome him to the Martinsville High School staff. Glad to have him on board. Kenzie Martin up to Reynolds, and again on the outside, the attack by Emily Jones, kept alive by Pax. The attack blocked by the Artesians. Again, the other attack there, kept alive by Macy Dorsett. And the Artesians doing a nice job here with the rally. They go to the back row. Mackenzie Martin, though, can't quite get it home, and the Artesians will get another crack at it. Again to the middle. Grace Reynolds, and then they'll just get a little roll shot back over by Macy Dorsett. And the tip can't quite get down. Great dig by Mackenzie Martin. Again to the middle, and Martinsville this time unable to return it. Fantastic rally by both teams there. And you can really see Jordan Pax, the libero for Plainfield, getting her ball club fired up. Great rally that results in Plainfield points. Martin, nice pass up to Reynolds on the outside. Jones on the attack. A little miss hit there by the Quakers, and so Martinsville will get the point. 7-5. And the substitution, Katie Tomlinson will come in. That serve floats long, and so the Quakers get the side out and the point. More subs. Quakers will have Summer Llewellyn into the lineup, and Summer will go back to serve for Plainfield and head coach Lori Pax. Kind of mixed up Mackenzie Martin just a little bit on what she wanted to do on the serve receive. A nice swing from the outside, but it will go long as Ava Utterback, just a freshman, hits it long, elevated well, but over hits it, and Martinsville gets it back. Katie Wong, the senior, on the serve. The set all the way cross court to the middle. Nice effort by the Artesians, but they can't quite get it back over the net. And the Quakers score again. Grace Reynolds that time trying to keep it alive. Quakers, a lot of weapons, a lot of hitters on this team. Piper Hessen serves. Molly Urban, nice pass up to Grace Reynolds into the middle. Mackenzie Martin's attack, though, is just wide. And again, the Quakers with the point. And again, Hessen back to serve. Quakers leading by 4 here. Martin up to Reynolds. She'll go with the quick attack and get the point for Martinsville. So Grace Reynolds with that setter attack on the second hit. See if Martinsville gets an opportunity here. Urban, a little bump set to Macy Dorsett on the outside. Quakers had to try to tip it over. They violate the net. And Martinsville will get a point. And 8. Back to Grace Reynolds. That will be in. So the service ace for Grace Reynolds. And the Artesians. She had 6 aces coming in. Urban trying to get the save there. Could not, so the Quakers get the point. Trying to keep things going here, 11-9. Fast and furious the action at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium in this Mid-State Conference matchup. The freshman, Ava Utterback. Gets it home. 12-9. This time it floats long, and Martinsville gets it back. So Artesians staying close to the Quakers here early on. Game number 1 of this Mid-State Conference matchup. Senior night during senior week here at MHS. Katie Tomlinson, Katie Wine, Emily Jones, and Anna Foley honored prior to the match. Kenzie Martin with a back row attack, hits it just too far to the right. And the Quakers 13-10 leaders. So we talked about it. We knew that the Artesians would look to Mackenzie Martin for a lot of their attacks, and they have done that, setting her in the front and back rows. Serve received nicely. Reynolds, the back set on the outside to Dorsett, blocked, and then she has to hit it over. And now the Quakers with the nice attack. But Martinsville able to return it. Back set, Martinsville keeps it alive. Bump set by Urban, nicely on the outside. Roll shot by Dorsett, won't get down. And the Quakers trying to keep it alive as both teams volley it back and forth. And Martinsville gets the point. So nice rally by Martinsville. Macy Dorsett just trying to get the ball back over with a little bit of a roll shot, and Artesians able to get it down and get the point. The quick set in the middle again by the Quakers, and now Martinsville just has to hit it over, and this time it goes long, and point for the Quakers. Substitution for Plainfield.
Number 8, Gracie Bradley, and for
14-11 the score. Gracie Brackney on serve. And Martinsville falls down by 4 now. Game number 1. This Mid-State Conference matchup from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Glad you can join us here on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Martinsville with a net violation, 16-11 now. We'll be having several volleyball matches throughout the rest of the year here for you as well. Hopefully our coverage will improve a little bit as Quakers hit it in the net, give the point right back to the Artesians. Maisie Dorsett back to serve now for the Artesians. Pax hits it. Now the Quakers just have to volley it over and see if the Artesians can get a good attack. A little slide that time going to Ella Whitney. Can't get it down. And the return attack by the Quakers finds the floor. 17-12 the score. And timeout by the Artesians. Get a look at the Artesian bench. 17-12 your score. Game number 1 between Martinsville and Plainfield.
Your support as parents in this matter is very much appreciated.
Those two teams have long been powers in mid-state conference play in volleyball and look to be the same this year as well. Martinsville, a long storied history of volleyball success. We talked about the first state championship in 1996. That followed 2 successive runner-up titles when it was one class in volleyball for head coach Carol Burns before she finally got the state title in 1996. And then Martinsville won a 4A state title in volleyball back in 2005. Sandy Gerard leading the way for that one, a former assistant for the Artesians. Martinsville trying to keep it alive. Urban running it down, but to no avail, and the Quakers up 18-12. But the Carol Burns coaching tree reaching far and wide. Several coaches that coached under her went on to great success of their own. Scott McQueen at Avon has built into a perennial power, and Avon will be here. Martinsville gets it for the point later on this fall to battle the Artesians. Brian Murray at Brebeuf having some success, and Carol and her husband Danny are the ones that started the Circle City Volleyball that so many of these kids are a part of. It's over in Plainfield and have been a part of, and really one of the reasons why volleyball is so great in central Indiana. And then there's several clubs beyond that. The Munciana, that's really a national powerhouse as well. But most people, when they think of volleyball, they're thinking of the West Coast and producing people, but Indiana produces their fair share of outstanding volleyball players as well. Very good coaches at the high school rank and very good feeder programs and training programs with the likes of Circle City and Munciana. The tip at the net will go to the Artesians. So 19-15 the score. I'm behind a couple of points, trying to keep this straight here. My apologies, our first volleyball match in quite some time. And like we said, now that rally scoring has been in vogue and really it's been around since 1999. But for us, calling games under rally scoring is a little bit different than what it's been. So it goes so much quicker. Nice block by the Artesians. Utterback keeps it alive just inside the antenna, so the Artesians will attack on the outside. Mackenzie Martin trying to pound it home. Can't. Utterback just has to bump it over. Reynolds trying to dump that time, and it was blocked by Utterback. Quakers trying to get something going, as are the Artesians. That time, Martin makes good on it with the attack. 19-16. So they gave Martin one more swing at it, and she gets it to the floor on the assist from Grace Reynolds, and it's 19-16. Katie Wong on the serve. Outside the freshman Utterback. Martin again, a good swing at it, but the Quakers keep it alive. They'll just volley it over. Trying to go to Martin, a little miscommunication, but the Quakers out of position. Nice block again by Reynolds at the net of the attack. But the Quakers score. Katie Wong will take a seat. Ella Whitney in 20-16 the score. And back to serve Hyper Hessen, the setter for Coach Pax. The Artesian setter to Mackenzie Martin. And a great swing by Mackenzie. Well, we said when we came on that you would hear her name a lot, and she has not disappointed here. Huge part of the Artesian attack. And we would talk about Ava Utterback as well, and she's been a big part of the Quaker attack also, but maybe more balanced as you look on the averages of who scores for them as the Artesians score once again. And they've been able to creep back to within 2 here. Mackenzie Martin averaging just over 4 kills a set for Martinsville. Oh boy, all of a sudden Martinsville within 1, 20-19. And they're going to get a timeout by Plainfield. So Coach Pax taking a timeout to try to get things started. Get a look at the Artesian bench and head coach Kayla back. But as you look at Martinsville in their first 6 matches, Mackenzie Martin leading away with, we said, just over 4 kills a set. And then Macy Dorsett just over 2. Ella Whitney just under 2 kills per set. And when you look at Plainfield through their first 7 matches, Jaden Ross with nearly 4. And then you have a lot of players right around 2 with Amos and Lynch and Scott and Utterback as well. So a lot more players involved in the attack for Plainfield. But the Artesians making the most of the players that are involved in the attack. So the Artesians still on serve. Grace Reynolds. Pass. Nicely done, but it's got to be a bump set. The Artesians, Molly Urban keeps it alive. A miscommunication by the Artesians, and it'll be point for Plainfield. So the timeout, a timely one for the Quakers as they get the lead back up to 2. And it's now the freshman once again, Ava Utterback, back to serve. She had 7 aces coming in. Set into the middle. I think it goes off the block, and it will be a point for the Quakers. So they've got a couple of points straight. Looked like it was Ross who had the attack that time. Mackenzie Martin plays it off the block. So again, Mackenzie Martin coming up big for the Artesians and put a halt to the run. Emily Johns back into the lineup. Katie Tompleson sits down, so senior for senior. And now Mackenzie Martin will try to score for the Artesians. Beautiful serve by Martin leaves the Quakers scrambling. Can the Artesians capitalize? We'll see. Nice dig by Urban. On the outside, Emily Jones can't get it down. Quakers try the tap around the block, and they can't do it. So Martinsville to within one. 22-21. Opening set of the match. Another nice serve by Martin. Back set there to the middle. Martinsville scrambling. They will volley it over. The Quakers back on the attack. And a mishit will give the Artesians the tie at 22 apiece. And then back to Mackenzie Martin. Things heating up here at the John R. Wooden Gym. Martin, though, floats that just a little bit long. And the Quakers now retake the lead. Then back to the libero, the captain, Jordan Pax. The senior on serve, floats it. Urban up to Reynolds. Reynolds to Mackenzie Martin on the back row attack. Really not the best timing, but it results in a point for the Artesians. So 23 apiece. Urban on the serve. Utterback up to the setter. The attack goes long, and the Artesians now 1 point away from victory here in the opening set, and that will elicit a timeout from the coach, Lori Pax. Well, glad we can bring this to you on WREP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, and you couldn't ask for a much better opening set in this Mid-State Conference matchup between Martinsville and Plainfield. Senior night during senior week here at Martinsville High School, but it had been the underclassmen leading the way for the Artesians in this opener, as Mackenzie Martin again credited for the kill, has Martinsville within 1 point of getting this opening set. So here we go. The timeout. Molly Urban trying to serve it for the win here. And not a very good hit by the Quakers. And so Martinsville a chance here. Reynolds to Urban. She will bump set outside. Macy Dorsett goes long. And the Quakers stave off set point. And we're at 24 now. So now it's a race to two, really. Who can get two in a row? Reynolds in the middle. Whitney can't get it down. This time she'll go to the outside. Dorsett around the block attempt, and it will hit the floor. Heads up play that time by the sophomore Macy Dorsett, going around the block with a tip. And now Macy a chance to win it here on serve. Artesians keeping it alive. The Quakers celebrating a little bit prematurely, and the Artesians will win the opening set 26-24. We will head to set number 2 in just a moment. Martinsville up 1-0 over the Plainfield Quakers. You're watching Martinsville Volleyball on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation? We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. Now, they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
Well, we're back here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Martinsville 1-0 leaders over the Plainfield Quakers, the best out of 5 sets. Playing to 25. Glad you could join us here. This is a first of 4 Senior Week broadcasts on WREP 15 Sports in the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. And Martinsville will be on serve to start things off here in the second set. So Grace Reynolds will serve it up for the Artesians. And there we are again, Mackenzie Martin with the attack, and the Artesians continue where they left off. Up 1-0, up 1-0 here in set number 2. And a little serve-receive error by the Quakers and the Artesians. Emery Carter there to kind of block it down, even though I don't know that she had to. I think they hit it right into the net. And the Artesians 2-0 leaders. So good rally by Martinsville to win it 26-24 in the first set. And they've started off well here in set number 2. Utterback hammers it home on the outside. Strong attack and kill by the freshman. And Coach Pax had nothing but praise to sing about Utterback in her email this week. Hit wide, and so it will be point to the Quakers. Quickly 2-2 now. Reynolds with the back set to Dorsett, and you'll get a block there by the freshman teaming up. Probably credited with the block assist that time as 2 Quakers went up at the net, able to block down Macy Dorsett's attempt at an attack and a kill. And again, Kenzie Martin.
Substitution, Emily Jones for Peyton Tomlinson. Mackenzie Martin serving.
I've said her name a lot here this evening. She'll go with a jump serve and rifles it down. Emery Carter at the net. Blocks down the return, and the Artesians back out in front. Powerful attack by Martin. Reynolds back set. The right side to Dorsett, can't quite get it down. Martin to Reynolds, back to Martin, and she can't quite, does get it home. And we talked about they really, really call on Mackenzie Martin. And she has responded here early on. That attack goes long on the serve. So the Quakers will get it back. We are in set number 2. Martinsville up 1-0. They won the opening set 26-24, coming back in that one. It's tied up at 24 and then reeled off 2 straight points to get the victory. Reynolds trying to go in the middle to Ella Whitney, and they can't quite connect, so the Quakers will get the point. Jordan Pax back to serve. A little bit of a knuckleball. Urban does a nice job to handle it. And Ella Whitney, I believe they call that a slide. Not sure if that's still the terminology, but 7-5 the score. I remember back in '96 when Carol Burns said that's what they would do a lot when Christy would set up Heather Wright. Now Heather Devon and Christy Prosser. That one goes long. Seven to 6 the score. Quakers. The point, 7-7. Lots of action. Fantastic opening set won by the Artesians. Blocked down by the Quakers at the net. Tried to block it down again. Now Martinsville will have to just volley it over as Urban bumps it over. Quakers with a good look at it. Urban can't quite dig it on the attack that time by Plainfield's Jaden Ross, and so the Quakers take the lead for the first time here in this set, 8-7. Reynolds with the tip that time. Martinsville trying to scramble, and the Artesians will just try to hit it over. And we'll see if they get a violation to hit the antenna. But they will give the point to the Artesians. And Coach Pax said it hit the antenna, but no call, and Martinsville will take it. 8-8 to score. Now they're going to review and take the point away from Martinsville, I believe, and give it to Plainfield. Is that correct? Yep. Or is it replay point? Waiting to see. It will be Plainfield point, so the officials get together, and the Quakers now on the serve. It's a Brackney. So Plainfield starting to mount a little bit of a rally here. 10-7, and we'll get a timeout by the Artesians. Senior week here at Martinsville High School. We talked about it a couple of times already, but worth mentioning once again, Martinsville Athletic Director Kip Staggs having senior nights early on in the fall seasons to make sure they're able to get them in should something happen with the COVID-19. And so all week there'll be senior nights. Last night over at golf, as they honored the seniors on Coach Dave Knuckles' ball club golf team. Millie Foley, Shelby Huff, and Macy Staley. I believe the three. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Tonight here at Volleyball with Katie Tomlinson, Katie Walling, and Emily Jones, Anna Foley. Tomorrow night, girls soccer. Thursday night, boys soccer. We'll have both those matchups here as well, live streamed, and then we'll finish up the week live streaming the boys football game against Bloomington South, the Artesians' rivals. So first-year head coach Brian Duggar will get a taste of the Artesian and South rivalry on Friday night. Congratulations to him, a big win in the opener over Bedford North Lawrence last Friday. Artesians getting a win over the Stars. Nice serve by Tomlinson, and got the Artesians for a miss hit, so point for Plainfield. Tyler Cox, a huge game for the Artesians in that matchup. Martin around the block that time. And now the Artesians team up. Ella Whitney and Mackenzie Martin for the block. Nice hit by Mackenzie, finding the open spot on the court. Katie Wong back into the Artesians lineup. Katie serving. It will float in. So the ace for Katie. And Martinsville within one now, 11-10. In the opener, they trailed early and then made a late rally. Katie again serving. Quakers to Utterback on the outside, and you can see just the elevation that Utterback gets. She's able to hammer it home. Quakers now 13-10 leaders. Favor for Martinsville, 13-11. We're in set number 2. Martinsville won set number 1. Back to Grace Reynolds, blocked down by Mackenzie Martin. Quakers can't keep it alive. Martinsville back to within 1. Reynolds started off this set very well on serve. See if she can continue it here. You get a look there at Jordan Bax, the libero for Plainfield, really firing up her team, and they respond to her. Reynolds. Martin and Reynolds, the junior tandem, teaming up there. Urban trying to keep it alive. Reynolds outside to Martin. You can really see Martinsville looks for Mackenzie wherever she is on the court. They'll go to the outside again to Martin. Martin will hammer it home. You know, we're talking a lot about Mackenzie and how well she's done, and getting a lot of attacks, a lot of kills here, but, you know, really got to credit the entire Artesian team. It starts with the serve receive. Molly Urban's done a great job giving it right up to the setter, Grace Reynolds, who's doing a fantastic job of setting up Martin. and finding her and putting it in a great spot for her to be able to have good looks and good attacks at it. And McKenzie has then responded and being able to deliver those as well. Urban bump set to the outside. Jones trying to come all the way back across court. Can't quite get it done. And so the Quakers trying to pull away a little bit here. 16-13. Set number 2. Martinsville up 1 set to none. Urban lets it sail long. So point for the Artesians. Ella Whitney rotates back in. Urban back to the service line. Nice block that time by Whitney and Dorsett. They team up. And the Artesians now within 1. Plainfield 7-0 coming in. Martinsville 5-1. The Artesians won set number 1. 26-24. Trying to take set number 2. Urban back to Utterback. That attack goes long. And the Artesians are right back even at 16. And we're going to get a timeout by the Plainfield Quakers. Glad we could bring this to you on WREP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Students in the RTV program getting that special exemption to come here and operate cameras during our live streams. This is our 5th live stream here in the first couple of weeks of school. We've got one here tonight, one tomorrow night at girls soccer. It'll kick off at 7 o'clock. It'll be senior night there, and we'll have the senior night festivities at halftime of that one. And then on Thursday night, it'll be boys soccer, 6 o'clock for them. And again, senior night festivities at halftime of that as well. Both those soccer matches, just like this volleyball match, mid-state conference matchups against the Plainfield Quakers. The girls soccer team getting a big win last night on the road at Bloomington North. 2-1 the final. Morgan Schrock, a couple of goals to start for the Artesians in the first 10 minutes. And Martinsville able to hold on for Mia Moody. All the way outside go the Quakers. They go off the antenna. And Martinsville now 17-16 leaders. Urban doing a nice job of serving the Artesians into the lead. Martinsville, great save by Mackenzie Martin, and it'll go down. Give Mackenzie a great dig. So got her hand down on the floor. The ball found it. Martinsville kept it alive. Utterback up to the center. Back set this time. Reynolds with the dig. Dorsett on the attack on the outside. The Quakers have to scramble. A good opportunity to be a miss hit by the Quakers. And boy, all of a sudden, Martinsville right back out. They were down 16-13 when Molly Urban stepped to the service line, and it's 6 points later now. Molly continuing to serve. The nice attack that time by the Quakers. That time they get it down to put an end to the Artesian rally, but Martinsville turns a 3-point deficit into a 2-point lead here. 19-16 set number 2. Pax back to serve, the libero for the Quakers. Reynolds outside to Emily Jones, and Emily will get it down. 20-17, and it'll be Dorsett back to serve. Her father, Dave, the head girls basketball coach, head girls softball coach, sitting up here to my left, watching on. Little smile on his face. He sees his daughter get the service point there, 21-17. Into the middle, big swing, but an even bigger block by one of Coach Dorsett's volleyball or softball stars, and Ella Whitney. And it's 22-17. And Ella also a star on the volleyball court as well this season. She's done a nice job from that middle spot. Martinsville, 22-17 leaders over the Quakers, playing well. 26-24, they won that opening set. They came back in it. They were down in this one 16-13, and have all of a sudden outscored the Quakers 9-1. They are still on serve here in set number 2 of this Mid-State Conference matchup. Glad we can bring it to you on senior night during senior week here on WREP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, also streaming live on IHSAA TV as well. Kids in the RTV program doing a fantastic job. Peyton Smith doing a nice job to get a look at his camera right there. He's all over the court tonight, and in a good way. And Cole Willingham as well doing a great job. Dorsett on the serve again. A good look at it by the Quakers. They go off block that time. Put an end to the Artesians' rally, 22-18. Gracie Brackney on the serve now for Coach Pax and the Quakers. Urban to Whitney, can't quite get it down. Again, the Quakers go outside block that time by Reynolds and Whitney. The tip controlled by Jones. A little jump ball at the net, and it is won by Grace Reynolds. Martinsville now a couple points away. Emily Jones will come out. Katie Tomlinson will come back in. One of 4 seniors. Emily also another one. Katie Wong and Anna Foley. That serve goes long, so Plainfield gets it right back. 23-19. Quakers, Jaden Ross. Back to serve now. Knuckleball. Controlled by Mackenzie Martin. She'll get it back on the outside. The attack finds the floor. You know, we talked about how it's the team effort. That time, a lot Mackenzie Martin. A nice job with the dig. Reynolds sets her up nicely, and Martin gets the kill. Katie Wong now an opportunity to win set number 2 for the Artesians. It floats just a little bit long. So the Quakers stay alive. Summer Llewellyn, the serve. Urban. Reynolds, middle. Martin hammers it home off the block. And the Artesians win set number 2, 25-20. We'll head to set number 3. Martinsville looking for the sweep over the Plainfield Quakers. You're watching Martinsville Artesian Volleyball on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
Homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
you can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
Back here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium, the scoreboard telling the story. Martinsville up 2-0. They win the first set 26-24 coming back. And then they came back in set number 2 as well and got the win 25-20. They actually trailed 16-13 before Molly Urban able to come to the service line. She was able to serve 6 straight points for the Artesians, and then both teams basically traded points back and forth before Martinsville able to get the win on the kill by Mackenzie Martin. Martinsville 2-0 leaders looking to close it out here on senior night in the John R. Wooden Gymnasium in this Mid-State Conference matchup. So we'll see if the Quakers can respond. Momentum, such a huge thing in sports, and Martinsville with all the momentum here would like to get off to a good start and keep that momentum as they begin the third set. So we are set to get going here. And it will be Plainfield, I believe, on serve to begin. Piper Hessen will do the work. Reynolds to the middle. Mackenzie Martin tipping around the block, controlled though by the Quakers. Good swing at it by Plainfield, and they get the first point of the match. And again, Jordan Pax trying to fire up her teammates here. Done a great job of just the energy. But the Artesians up to the challenge. Steady all night. Don't get over emotional. Just play. Game faces on, and it's worked very well. Ava Utterback, though, finds the floor. The freshman coming alive. As you can see, they trying to bring some energy, trailing 2 games to none. Coach Pax telling her bench, let's bring the energy, keep it up. Reynolds, back set to Martin. Well done. 2-1, and just like that, the methodical approach by the Artesians. You don't see much emotion out of it. Just get it done. It was Grace Reynolds who got Martinsville off to a fantastic start in that second set off the serve, and does so again. Grace will go back to serve here. 2-2. The jump serve. Quakers handle it. Blocked at the net. It'll be point Artesians. Pax, nice set, or nice dig that time right up to the setter, but the set wasn't the best on the back set attempt that time to Utterback, and Martinsville off the serve of Grace Reynolds has gotten the lead, now 5-2. Well, we talked about it, that Reynolds kind of got Martinsville off to a nice start in that second set on serve, and has done the same here. Martinsville trailed 5-0 when she took the serve on the service line, and they've reeled off 5 in a row, and this is probably another good chance for Martinsville as well. Be attacked from the back row. Urban up. Reynolds to Macy Dorset. Will it find the floor? It does. Macy just a little bit of a roll shot on the attack. Couldn't really get a great swing at it, but does her best. It finds the floor. 6 straight by the Artesians and Reynolds. Grace on serve again. Packs up. Setter struggling to get it, but that'll go off the Artesians, and it puts a momentary halt to the Artesian run. 6-3, set number 3. Martinsville, 2-0. They lead it. Here in this Mid-State Conference matchup, Summer Llewellyn back to serve. Martin, Reynolds, right back to Martin, but off the block that time. Couple of Quakers there, led by Emily Lynch on the outside. Martin couldn't get it through the block. 6-4 now. Urban. Reynolds goes middle quickly to Carter. Returned by Plainfield. Reynolds, Urban, bump set. Dorsett on the attack will hit it long. 6-5 now. Been a game of runs. Plainfield runs 2-0. Martinsville 6 straight. Now the Quakers have answered with 3 in a row. On the serve of Llewellyn. Nice dig that time by Urban to keep it alive, and then Martin hammers it off of Piper Hessen, and the Artesians 7-5. But that point does not happen if not for Molly Urban with the nice dig and the save to keep it alive. And Martin with another crack at it makes the most of it. 7-5 now. Pax to Hessen. Martin up. Reynolds runs it down. Jones hits it back over. Nice job by Urban to keep it alive. Now Reynolds will volley it over. Martinsville lives to play another point with this rally. Would be huge momentum. Whoever could get this to go down. Martinsville 7-5 leaders here, and some mishit by the Quakers point to the Artesians, so big rally for Martinsville. So Reynolds all over the floor for the Artesians here this evening. Nice serve that time by Martin, low to the net. Kept alive by Pax. Around the block, though, that time by the Quakers. 8-6 the score. Pax back to serve now for Plainfield. The libero for the Quakers. Reynolds to Jones, blocked, and a lift by the Artesians, so 8-7 the score. You see, one of the things I've always found fascinating is that they have the home team, usually JV players, as line judges. Nice timing by Grace Reynolds, the dump or the setter attack, whatever they're calling it these days. But like I said, we started our coverage of Artesian volleyball back in '96, and Christy Burns, now Christy Prosser, made a living doing just that move. Urban, back row, attack to Martin. Now Pax with the bump set on the outside, saved by the Artesians. All over the floor. Dorsett trying to get it down. The Quakers will have to volley it over. And Martinsville, nice save by the Artesians. Macy Dorsett gets credit there. We go back to Molly Urban. Molly kind of served Martinsville from a 3-point deficit in that second set to a lead, a 6-point lead, or a 3-point lead, we should say, but Quakers respond. Emily Lynch pile drives that one straight down to the floor. Reynolds back set to Whitney, timing off a little bit, but Ella still able to maintain and get it down. 11-8. Dorset back to serve. Pax. Utterback. Reynolds all the way outside to Emily Jones around the block. Quakers will just volley it over. Reynolds in the middle that time to Whitney. A nice block by Ella. The Artesians back on the attack. Grace Reynolds with the attack. And the ball gets down, so Plainfield 11-9 now. And Jordan Pax not mad at her team, just getting them fired up has been like that the entire match. Her energy has been contagious at times for her team, and they really kind of build off of that. But Martinsville has been outstanding. Urban. Reynolds to Martin, tries the attack from the back roll, has to roll shot it over, and a big swing that time by the Quakers. Ella Scott, and Martinsville will get a timeout. So 11-10 the score here in the third set. Martinsville leading it 2-0. It's a race to the first to win 3 sets, so the best 3 out of 5, and Martinsville trying to put it away in this Mid-State Conference matchup. It's been fantastic thus far. The Artesians won the opener 26-24, coming back in that one. And then they were actually down in the second set as well, 16-13. And then credit Molly Urban, who ripped off 6 straight points from the service line. And the Artesians able to hold on and take the lead and then get the win in that second set as well. The Artesians leading it here 11-10. They've done a good job thus far of limiting the runs by the Quakers. Senior night here tonight. Senior week for Martinsville High School tomorrow night. Girls soccer, 7 o'clock. We'll have the senior night during halftime of that match with Plainfield. Was a little late on the switch there. Whitney off the block. Kept alive, though, by the Quakers. Jaden Ross, and then she'll attack from the back row. Plainfield, another good look at it. Martinsville, though, keeps it alive. Martin will try it from the back row, and it'll go down. So McKenzie puts a halt to the run. But again, volleyball, such the team effort. Katie Wong back to serve for the Artesians, the senior. 1 of 4 honored here tonight. A miss hit by the Quakers on the attack. Utterback trying to roll, and really the timing off a little bit. Just goes with the roll shot right over top of the block because the timing was off. And 12-11 the score. Plainfield back to serve. Urban, nice pass up to Reynolds. They'll go outside to Martin, and she winds up and hammers it home again, 13-11. Ella Whitney back to serve now for the Artesians. Hessen outside to Utterback, and she goes into the net, and a point for the Artesians. So just a little bit of cushion there, 14-11 now. Just 11 more points for the Artesians to try to win this one. Whitney back on serve. Ross can't handle it. Pax The bump set, utter back roll, shot over to just get it. And they'll go to Martin, blocked, but it'll go out. They're going to give the point to the Quakers, I believe. So I think they're going to say that there was no contact there with the Quakers, that it just went off the net on the attack by Martin, and so Plainfield gets the point. And Piper Hessen back to serve, 14-12. Martin, Reynolds, back to Martin. That time she just goes right off the block. 15-12, and we go back through the rotation to Grace Reynolds. And Grace got Martinsville off to a fine start in set 2. Also off to a good start here after they trailed 2-0 in set 3. See if she can kind of get a little bit more of a cushion for the Artesians here. Quakers did a nice job on the serve receive that time, but the set off just a little bit, so Reynolds back to serve for the Artesians. Getting right at Pax, miss it. Martinsville have a good crack at it here. Urban, bump set over Martin, the attack. Can't get it down. Martinsville, though, at it again. Reynolds, Martin, that swing will get down on the other end for the Quakers. Goes off the block by Plainfield. Urban trying to react to it in time, just couldn't quite get it done. And 16-13 the score. Just a change in momentum with the rally scoring is just tremendous. This has been thoroughly enjoyable for me here this evening to be able to call this match. 17-13, lots of excitement, lots of energy. The Artesians have played outstanding. The Quakers have played well too. And Martinsville back to Mackenzie Martin with a 4-point lead, trying to give Martinsville and her team a little bit more cushion. Long, the Artesians 18-13 now. Martin back to serve again. A little bit of cushion. Don't want to relax too much, though. Floats on the serve, and again, trouble by the Quakers with serve receive. And the Artesians, probably an opportunity there to just let that go, but Reynolds thought it was going to get down. Goes off of her, and Plainfield now 18-14. Jordan Pax back to serve. Urban, Reynolds, Martin, that's long. So how quick the momentum can turn in volleyball. 18-15. Pax floats it. Urban, Reynolds, back set to Macy Dorsett. The block, Macy though, great reflexes by her. And Martinsville gets the point. Just a great job by Macy to react to the ball being blocked right back down at her, and she just does enough to keep it alive. Now Urban, who helps serve the Artesians to the win in set number 2, back on serve. Little bump set and Dorsett. Roll shot over. It'll be 4 hits by the Artesians and a point for the Quakers, 19-16. But you're at a point in a match where basically if you can just trade points, you'll get the win. It's 19-16. Quakers on serve. Reynolds, Whitney, off block, point for the Artesians. So the slide going to Whitney, 20-16. And a timeout by Plainfield. So they're finding it start to slip away a little bit here. And so hopefully Martinsville has 5 more points in them so they can get the win here on senior night. Honored the seniors prior to the match. Senior week festivities here at Martinsville High School, trying to get all the senior nights out of the way here. I look over and Cole Willingham's getting his Cameras reset, so nice job by him. We said usually we have some communication here, but we're trying to limit our crews here with how many people. So just got the kids on cameras. So I'm trying to call the game, the match, and kids doing a great job of keeping things going. Macy Dorsett on serve. Martinsville up 20-16. Pax up ahead to Hessen. The back set that time on the attack. And they're going to give the point to the Artesians. So the line judge that time said, I didn't see it. And now we'll have a conversation here with the officials. They're asking if they saw it or not. We'll have a discussion here. I didn't have to tell Peyton to get in there on that discussion. That's awesome. So Peyton Smith doing a good job, and it will be Martinsville. 21-16. Back to Macy Dorsett to serve. Artesians now 4 points away from the clean sweep over the Quakers here on senior night. Big Mid-State Conference matchup. The Artesians have been up to the challenge thus far. The pressure on the Quakers. To the outside, block, though, goes long. More discussion going on here. Point Artesians. Quaker faithful not very happy right now, but that's okay. 22-16, we'll take it. I'm sure in our years that we've played at Plainfield, our fans have never had a problem with anything that's happened at Plainfield, officiating-wise, or anywhere else as well. But Martinsville will take it 22-16. Dorsett on serve, floats it. Utterback has to roll it over. Martinsville gets another great chance at it. Reynolds in the middle. Whitney can't get it to go down, so the Quakers had to just hit it over. Whitney, though, tries to get it down. The Quakers keep it alive. Martinsville trying to get their 23rd point of the match, and it'll be Mackenzie Martin. And now the Artesians. Big chance here. 23-16 will get a timeout by Plainfield. The official talking things over with the line judge. Like we said, volleyball kind of unique in the fact that the JV players from the home school serve as the line judges, and that's a tough spot to put those kids into, but they have done a nice job here tonight, and the officials have that opportunity to confer with one another and make any changes or judgments that they need to. But those 2 points that go to Martinsville, Plainfield looks at those obviously as huge because they're losing, and they're trying to rally back here down 2-0. So the Artesians, though, able to continue the serve, able to do what they've done all evening. They've served the ball really well. They've done a nice job passing the ball, really with the serve receive as well, passing the ball. Grace Reynolds has been all over the court, and then Mackenzie Martin has done a fantastic job when she's had a chance on the attacks. Ella Whitney has as well. A whole team effort for the Artesians here, and now just 2 points away from getting a clean sweep over the Quakers here in this Mid-State Conference matchup. Dorsett to Pax. Up to Hessen, outside. Good swing at it for the Quakers, but dug there by Martin, and Martinsville able to get the attack over. Quakers making a couple of hitting errors here. blocked down by the Artesians. Reynolds keeps it alive. Martin now will just push it over. And again, a miscommunication by the Quakers that time, but they do get the point. 23-17, but for Plainfield, they can't make any mistakes here now. You can't really be overly aggressive on your serve because you don't want to hit it into the net and give Martinsville the point. Urban. And it goes into the antenna that time. Reynolds trying on the slide again to Ella Whitney, and it was Plainfield on the point. 23-18. Still some points to play with here for the Artesians, but don't want to leave Plainfield around too long. Dorsett. Reynolds from the back row. It's Martin. And now Plainfield with a chance at the attack. Utterback on the outside. Urban, nice job. Reynolds to the middle, and Whitney hammers it home. And Martinsville now 1 point away from getting the set and the match. And Katie Wong, the senior, will come on, and it would be appropriate if the senior could get the win here. 24-18. Block by the Artesians. Does it go in? It does. 24-19. So the Quakers stay alive. Now basically, Plainfield's got to maintain serve here until they get to 24. Otherwise, Martinsville will win it. Urban. Reynolds. Outside. Martin. It'll go wide. 24-20. I thought maybe McKenzie hit it off the Quakers, but they said she went wide. And it goes long, and Martinsville wins it. 25-20, the final here in set number 3. Martinsville, the clean sweep over the Quakers. The Artesians win the first set, close one, 26-24. They come back. They win the second set, 25-20. They were down 16-13 in that one before they came back. And then they win the third set, 25-20 as well. 3-0. The Artesians win it over the Plainfield Quakers and move to 6-1 on the season. The Quakers drop to 7-1. With the COVID, the pandemic, the traditional post-game handshakes have been replaced. Martinsville, fantastic match here this evening on senior night, honoring the 4 seniors. In the beginning of our senior week coverage, they get the win here. We will be back on the air live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, we will have girls soccer at 7 o'clock. Thursday, boys soccer at 6. Friday, football at 6:30. Well, I'd like to thank the students in the RTV program for helping run cameras here tonight. Cole Willingham and Peyton Smith doing a fantastic job. For those students, I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from the John R. Wooden Gym. Martinsville sweeps Plainfield in volleyball here on senior night. 3-0. The Artesians with the victory over Plainfield. Good night, everyone.